Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the daily show. And today I'm going to talk about the one trade that I am taking. We're going to look at the SPY, we're going to look at Bitcoin. We have the FOMC meeting coming on Wednesday, where the market is pricing in a very high probability that they will cut the rates again on Wednesday, which is bullish for the markets. So we're going to talk about that and a whole bunch more. Before we do that, smash the like button. This does help get this channel out to more people. And I do really appreciate all of you take the time to flood the comment section with your love, encouragement. And of course, I love hearing about the trades that you are winning from the setups that I have been giving. And of course, if you're new, welcome to the channel. Make sure you don't forget to hit the bell notification, then you won't miss out on any of my daily updates. So we're going to jump over to the SPY here. And what you can see, as I had said, 680 and above go long. Those who listened to that made money. And then 680 and below short. And that is still the case, although I'm not expecting us to go below 680 today unless we get some kind of a news event that could cause that. And we are pushing up to 686. The next resistance is going to be 689. This is this previous high over here, 694. And then we are in that inverse head and shoulders play on the daily up to 715 at the moment, although I don't expect that to get there this week. It would be nice. You just never know, right? But 689 and 694, the Fibonacci level there, which is the 1.618, which is a major Fibonacci level. I would expect some resistance there at 694. So that's the SPY. And like, again, we need to hold above 680. Bitcoin, well, we're waiting for the crucial 93K level. That would give us this beautiful W double bottom pattern with the technical target up there at about 105K. Remember, historically, Bitcoin, after losing the 50-week moving average, which is here at about 102,000 with consecutive closes below it, then usually will then have a dead cat bounce up to the 200-day moving average, which is at 109. But you can see it's coming down slowly. Now, the time frame that happens in is really quite varied, and so there's no real specific time frame for that. However, if we do break above, we have had a couple of goes above it. Look, the more that this does test this resistance, it weakens it because people are selling, and then there are less sellers because the people that sold can't sell the next time it comes and hits that level. So eventually it either just rejects and really breaks to the downside, or it pushes through. And because the buyers get exhausted or the sellers get exhausted one way or the other. And that 93K level is key. And so that would be an area. Of course, I gave a trade in the Tribal Trades Discord at 90,000. So those people who took the 90,000 trade, there it is there, are already up on that trade. And if this continues up, then those of you who got in early and will be able to ride it from 90, hopefully to 105 or 109,000. Remember, nothing is guaranteed. We could, of course, see some more downside before we see that dead cat bounce. And that's very important to notice, that just because price is going up doesn't mean it can go all the way up. We might see a few fake outs or a little bit of choppiness, even come down and retest this 85. I do expect, though, to get some kind of a dead cat bounce at some point there. So those are the levels that I'm looking at: 93K, long above, short below. And of course, if it does come back to 90 and hold, that could be another opportunity to go long there, or short if 90 is lost back down to that 85, 86K level. Well, let me share the one trade that I am taking. It is Betenza Tau. And the level that we need to see is sitting at about 300 there. What are we to? It's the 200. This always moves. So the 20 EMA on the daily. Earlier this morning, this was sitting at about 300. So it's already come down about a dollar or so there. So that would be the line in the sand there to go long above the 20 EMA, and short below it. You could take a short from about 299 all the way down to 286 there, or even 280, and then long from 299 or 300 up to 308. However, when we get up to 308, this would put in a beautiful inverse head and shoulders or a W formation pattern there with a technical target all the way to about 363, which just so happens to be close to where the 200-day moving average is. Wouldn't it be interesting if Bitcoin made a run up to its 200-day moving average and Tau also made its run to its 200-day moving average? Now, those of you who don't know too much about Betenza Tau, it's an AI blockchain that gets mined just like Bitcoin. It has 21 million tokens only, just like Bitcoin does. So a finite supply. And it also has its very first halving coming up, just like Bitcoin has a halving every 4 years. Tau has a halving where the supply is reduced. I believe it's 50% the same. Each halving, the supply gets reduced by 50%, the supply that is being mined. Remember, not all 21 million tokens are in circulation, just like Bitcoin. Not all tokens have been produced. And so this is a potential play because the halving is coming up around about the December 14th. So about 5 to 6 days. Just keep an eye on that. And so what I'm looking for, this would be an early entry, potentially at 300. That's where I'm personally going to get in the play. And then I'll look to add to the position on any break above 308. I would say $309. That Fibonacci's at 308.88, $39. And then potentially if we see this play out without any FUD or interruption, up to about that 363, the 200-day movement. There's a lot of EMAs and MAs and Fibonacci's in between there as well. But if this play ends up working out, of course, we will be updating that play for you, and that is Betenza Tau. Now, I wanted to show you a play that we took in the Tribal Trades Discord, which was AVGO. This was an incredible play that we took. We also gave the AVGG, which is the 2x leverage play. And this was given on the 24th of November at $29. This shot all the way up to $38. All you had to do was take the trade. You can see there, it didn't even retrace, just went straight up there. A bit of a pullback to the 9 EMA on the daily where we gave the trade a second time. And then, of course, that is playing out beautifully to the upside there. And I did want to show you that play in the Tribal Trades Discord. There you go there on the 24th. There's a receipt, $29. Absolutely incredible there for AVGG. And you can see also the AVGO trade was given, because if you don't trade the ETFs or can't, I do also give the actual stock ticker. Of course, you only make, if this goes up 10%, AVGG will go up 20%. So you'll still get gains, but it won't be as much as if you're trading the leverage ETF of that trade there. And that trade was given there at around $348, $350. And so that's up at almost $400. So a huge gain of around $50. And literally all you had to do was take the trade on that AVGG. Now, there's a new area that I've added to the Discord here. This is incredible. I'm going to love, this is going to become, along with the wins section, is going to become one of my new favorite areas of the Discord. But before we do that, I wanted to go to the wins section here. Absolutely incredible Daytona Heat. I love here. Absolutely fantastic. There it is there. Where is he here? There is he here. This is our $1,000 a day challenge. You can see just taking this play. This was a play I gave. I gave this play, Crown Trader April gave the APLD play, which and then she also gave the ASTX play. He made $1,200 on that play. But you can see these wins, 88, 98, 154, they all add up, 105, all add up. And then I gave the Palantir play later in the day here. Absolutely fantastic. And he made 169 on that. And it's quite interesting. I wondered if he was going to take all the plays that day. And he was already eyeing that setup, and then he saw my post converter and he had to take the trade. And you can see that's how you get to that $1,000 per day. And I want to show you in the weekly performance here. This was just from the week of November to 24th, 28th. I will be posting today last week's performance, and I will share that tomorrow for transparency. But these are the day trades, so we open them and generally close them on the same day. These are the day trades. We took 13 trades. 12 of them were wins. We had 0 losses. We had a 92% win rate. That's actually pretty normal. One stop out at break even, a total gain of 70%, total profit of $700. That's only if you're using $1,000 per trade. People ask me how much is needed. Well, really, I always encourage people to start off small. But if you started with $3,000 in your account, I give 3 trades per day. That's $1,000 per trade. If you also take Crown Trader April's trades, you would need a little bit more, maybe $4,000 or $5,000, depending on how many trades she gives in a day. We had using the low stop method, which I teach in the Tribal Trades Discord, 100% win rate. And even if you had a stop loss of 3%, there would have been 0 stop outs on the trade. These are how good these trades are, because I have the Tribal Trades trading system, a system that I've developed, and you get as part of your Tribal Trades Discord membership there, as well as getting the Tribal Trades indicator and all the other channels and plays. I look for low risk, not no risk, and high probability, high reward trades. Now, of course, if you traded with $5,000 per trade, then 3,500 would be the result. If $10,000 per trade, this would be 7,000. Obviously, if this was 2,000, this would be $1,400 there. And so I also share the monthly performance. The month of October will be released, as well as the month of November. But just for the month of September, for those of you who can't do the day trading, these trades have an average time of 10 days. So you could have opened the trade and then closed it 10 days later. The shortest time of holding was 5 days, and the longest hold was 20. Again, on the low stop method, we had a 100% win rate, and the required capital on that is $5,000 with $1,000 per play there in each of these plays. $5,000, a whopping 519%. And let me tell you, October results are pretty much the same, with even a just as high win rate. We took 9 trades. We had 8 wins, 0 losses, at an 89% win rate, with 1 stop out at break even there for that one. And even the ones that stop out with break even were in profit. But just not enough profit for us to have locked that in. So we moved the stop loss up to break even. And really, this is how you make life-changing gains and life transformational money. So I wanted to show you there. That's going to be a regular in the Tribal Trades Discord. We also have a new indicator that's being released before Christmas, as well as the Tribal Trades indicator. You can see how wonderful when that fires off the signal there. A bullish reversal can be a great time to entry. Bearish reversal, bullish reversal, bearish. They're not buy and sell signals, but certainly they do give some incredible signals there of some potential entries for bullish and bearish reversals. Now, for those of you who aren't part of the Tribal Trades Discord and wanted to join, the Discord was open. It's now closed again, but you can get on the wait list. There is a link below in the description of this video. You might need to click the more button for that to pop out, and you can click on that. And I do have a special promo code, because the pricing right now is around $80 or $79.95 or whatever, $80. It gives you $15 off the regular pricing. Now, the promo code is also in the description of this video, just below the link. It's Xmas25. So XMAS 25, and that will be available until, you guessed it, Christmas. So that's my Christmas deal for you all. It won't give you immediate access to the Discord. It will put you in the Discord, the wait list, and you will have to enter your payment details, but you won't get charged until you actually get added to the Tribal Trades Discord. And you will get access this month. Some of you will get access at Christmas, and some of you get access before, because as part of the Christmas promotion there, I will be letting people off the wait list. Probably at least 1 person per day is what I've usually done leading into these events, just like I did for Thanksgiving. We let just a little bit of people in each day leading up, and then the rest were all added on the week of Thanksgiving that were on the wait list. So getting on the wait list now gives you earlier access. Okay, that's number one. And secondly, it does lock you in. Now, that $15 per month discount that Xmas 25 gives you, that's $15 every month off, not just for 1 month, not 2 or 3 months. That's therefore yours every single month there, that you maintain the membership. Of course, if you leave the Tribal Trades Discord, because we don't lock in. There's no need to lock in. You can see the life transformational gains, the wealth transformational journey that we are undertaking through education and, of course, entertainment, because I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. Are you not entertained? Okay. So there's no lock in whatsoever. But if you do leave, then you would lose that discount. I just want to make that clear to everybody there. But I just think once you come into the Discord and you see and experience the wonderful Tribal Trades family, you're just not going to want to leave. All right, well, that's all I have time for today. So until the next episode, or until I see you in the Discord, happy trading.